Hello and welcome to Your Man Movie Report. This week I have watched Sacha Cohen's latest spoof comedy flick, The Dictator. The Dictator is, of course, according to IMDb, loosely based on a book written by late Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein, which when I read this a couple of years ago, I guess it was in 2010, that Sacha Cohen was doing a movie based on that book, Sabia and the King, if I remember correctly the book is called. I said to myself, this has to be funny. And having seen The Dictator, the complete movie now, I must say, it is a funny movie. If you can handle Sacha Cohen's type of humor, then The Dictator is definitely for you, because he is able to capture. He takes all these, people have specific views of specific stereotypes, and he projects these stereotypes into his films, like how Westerners view Arabs, how Arabs view Westerners, and how Arabs view themselves. And basically The Dictator is about Sacha Cohen. He plays this Middle Eastern dictator, like if you have Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, Idi Amin, mix them together, and then you have Aladdin, as his character is called. He's this all-powerful dictatorial ruler of this North African fictitious country known as Wadia, and then he travels to America because the UN doesn't approve of him, and then his second in command, played by Ben Kingsley, he is plotting against him, and then he gets his trademark beard, as you have seen in the trailer, removed, and then he is cast out into the Big Apple, and there he has to make a living. And he meets Faris, and she owns this organic vegetable store, and she takes him in, and he takes the name Allison Burgers, and of course she believes that his name is Allison Burgers, and there he works at her organic food store, and of course, Ben Kingsley, I don't know why Ben Kingsley is in a Sacha Cohen film. He started his career in these fantastic movies like Gandhi and Schindler's List, and he has slowly gone downhill, starring in freaking Uwe Boll films. It's sad to see Ben Kingsley in films like this. Not to say that Sacha Cohen's films aren't funny, but I don't feel that Ben Kingsley belongs in these kind of films. Maybe he's in money trouble or something like that. But basically, as I said, the film is okay if you can handle Sacha Cohen's kind of humor. It isn't as vulgar as either Borat or Bruno, for that matter, but it has its scenes. But if you can handle that, then you should definitely go check it out. But in many ways, The Dictator, if you remember from the 1980s, if you're an old guy like me who knows the movie Coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy and some guy you young folks probably haven't heard of, Arsenio Hall. He was famous in the 1980s about this African dictator's son who travels to America to find a bride and gets into all kind of trouble. He has to pretend he's not from this dictator's family, and then he takes a job and meets this regular girl, and etc. etc. And in many ways, in my opinion, The Dictator reminded me of Coming to America, just a bit more vulgar than Coming to America. But definitely The Dictator is a funny film, and you should know that the film starts with the first frame in the film is is a picture of Kim Jong-il, and then the caption says, "In loving memory of Kim Jong-il." And if that isn't funny, then yeah, the whole theater, movie theater hall, they laughed at the screening I watched. So yeah, and then of course there's the acting. Sacha Cohen, he plays a couple of the roles like Aladdin and his idiot double, and frame where you see Osama bin Laden, and that looks to be Sacha Baron too. But yeah, an okay film. I personally liked it, and it was a bit vulgar, but not too vulgar. But you shouldn't definitely take your grandmother to watch it, because it's mostly for people in the age of let's say 18 to 24. And so if I'm gonna rate it, I would say yeah, 3 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottle. With that out of the way, next week we are gonna go back